All right, are you gearing up for the exciting journey of buying a home in the greater Seattle metro area? Do you want to make sure you don't make a massive blunder on one of the most significant investments of your life? Well, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Today, I'm your guide. I'm about to reveal the 11 biggest pitfalls that can trip up anyone, whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned real estate investor. Make sure you stick around to the last mistake because this one can end up costing you thousands upon thousands of dollars if you're not careful. So if you're ready to learn about these 11 mistakes and make sure you don't fall victim to any of them, stick around because we're getting after it right now. All right, we have a fun but very informative one for you today. My goal is to make sure that you don't make any of these major mistakes and turn your dream of home ownership into a nightmare. If you have any questions along the way, make sure you drop them in the comments right down below and I'll be sure to answer each and every one of them. All right, let's get rolling with the first mistake that you need to avoid. Okay, mistake number one, skipping the home inspection. You know, some buyers in their eagerness to secure a property might skip or rush the home inspection process. This could be a huge mistake and it could lead to unexpected repair costs after you move in. You know, it's always a good idea to have a certified home inspector complete a thorough inspection of any home that you're considering buying. In the state of Washington, it's the buyer's sole responsibility to do their due diligence on any home that they purchase, also known as caveat emptor or buyer beware. Home sellers in Washington are required to provide a seller disclosure to the buyer, but the buyer has virtually no legal recourse if the disclosure is inaccurate. During my career, I've been through hundreds of home inspections. With that experience, I'm able to call out a lot of the deficiencies or findings that'll pop up on the inspection report. Unfortunately, there are parts of the home that we just probably won't have access to, like the crawl space down below, the attic, the roof. Other findings that might not be so obvious are electrical or plumbing issues that can be hidden behind walls. You know, in a competitive market, it's tempting to skip this step, but it's not recommended. To protect yourself from unexpected repair costs, it's always best to have a full inspection done when buying a home in the state of Washington. Okay, mistake number two is shopping for homes before getting pre-approved. But real quick, before we get into the second mistake, if we're meeting for the first time, hi. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is David Sappenfield. I'm a licensed realtor and relocation specialist. And on this channel, we make videos every week about what it's like to live, work, eat, play right here in Seattle and the surrounding suburbs. If that's something that you'd like to learn more about, make sure you hit subscribe down below and click that bell for notifications so you know when those new videos drop. We get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people just like you looking for help to make their move, and we absolutely love it. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Seattle. And if you're getting ready to make that move, it's never too early to reach out, schedule a quick 30-minute buyer consultation to get a game plan in place for you. Okay, now back to mistake number two. Shopping for homes before getting pre-approved. Okay, picture this. You've been shopping for homes for a little while and you finally find the perfect one. You're preparing to make your offer, get your financing in line, only to find out that you don't even qualify for the home that you want to make the offer on. This can be heartbreaking. There's nothing worse than spending time looking at homes in a certain price point that won't even work for you. And then you have to make an adjustment, bring down your price point, and from then on, none of the homes that you see will ever stack up to the first ones, which can make it feel like you're just settling on your next place. It's always a smart move to get fully pre-approved for your mortgage before going out and looking for homes. That way, you have an established budget, and there won't be any kind of surprises when you find that perfect home. Mistake number three is overextending finances. You know, it's essential for buyers to set a budget and stick to it. In my experience, most home buyers qualify for way more home than they're comfortable writing that check for every month. Overextending financially can lead to long-term stress and even financial instability. Be realistic about what you can comfortably afford, taking into consideration not just the mortgage, but also property taxes, insurance, and HOA dues. Maintenance costs are another big one you need to be planning for. If you know you'll need to put a $15,000 to $20,000 roof on the home within the next couple of years, make sure it's in the budget to get it done without creating any kind of financial hardship. Mistake number 4, not doing enough research. You know, it's super important for relocating homebuyers to thoroughly research the neighborhoods that they're potentially interested in. Different areas in Seattle have varying property values, amenities, and most definitely varying character. In Seattle, you have lots of choices when it comes to what kind of neighborhood that you want to live in. Do you want to live out in the suburbs, or are you looking for more of that urban lifestyle in the city?
Hey, Rumsfeld, dude, what are you doing with a gun?
Shut up and paint your goddamn house.
Whoa!
Are schools your number 1 priority and you need to find which areas in your budget have the best schools? Or maybe you just want to find a neighborhood that's very walkable and has lots of amenities close by. You know, this is exactly why you need to reach out to us. These questions, along with several others, will be exactly what we discuss during your homebuyer consultation. We want to make sure that we're targeting the right areas and make sure that you get it right on the first move. Nothing's worse than making that big move and realizing that you made a mistake on where you thought you wanted to live. Mistake number 5, neglecting resale value. Buyers should think about the resale value of the property even if they don't plan to sell anytime soon. Things like school districts, nearby amenities, and overall neighborhood can greatly impact the home's resale value. Another big thing that can affect resale value is the actual layout or flow of the home itself. It's easy to remodel or upgrade cosmetic issues like paint, cabinets, countertops, maybe flooring, but putting up and taking down walls can be cost prohibitive in certain cases. Make sure that the home you're choosing has a great layout that appeals to a wide range of buyers, because I can assure you, if your home has a funky layout, it's going to be tougher to sell for top dollar when that time comes. Mistake number 6, not considering future needs. It's usually a good idea to begin with the end in mind. Be sure to think about your long-term needs when thinking about your next home. Here are some of the questions you should be asking yourself. Are you planning to start a family? Will you need more space in a few years? Do you need a lot of outdoor space, maybe for kids or for pets to play outside? If you work from home like a lot of people do, will you need office space?
Hello, Peter. What's happening? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
Does the home you're thinking about buying have enough storage space, or are you gonna need to rent storage so that you have a place to keep all of your stuff? Maybe you rely on public transportation. Do you need a home to be within walking distance to bus stops or light rail stations? Overlooking your future requirements can lead to outgrowing your home sooner than you expect. Okay, real quick before we move on to number 7. Every week, we spend hours and hours making these videos for you about the Seattle real estate market. Could you do me a quick favor? Take half a second, hit that like button right down below. It gives me the feedback I need, lets us know that we're on the right track to bringing you the content that you're looking for. And if you have an area or a topic that you'd like me to make a video on, drop it in the comments down below and I'll get to work on it right away. Okay, now let's get back to the list. Mistake number 7 is underestimating commute times. Seattle traffic can be challenging and commute times can really impact your daily life. It's wise to consider how far your potential new home is from your workplace and other locations that you visit a lot. Some relocating home buyers have made the mistake of just looking at a map and assuming that just because it's only 15 miles away that it won't take you that long to get there. What some may think will be a 15 to 20 minute commute can actually end up being more than an hour due to heavy traffic. I usually recommend 1 of 2 ways to make sure that your commute is something that you'd be willing to do on a regular basis. The first and probably best way is to drive that commute during the times of day that you'd normally be driving it. Do it more than once if possible. You never know if you caught traffic on an unusually light or a heavy day, and it's best to do it a few times to see what's the normal. If you're relocating from out of town, I understand it's probably not an option. When that's the case, I usually recommend to map these routes on Google Maps or your cell phone at the time of day that you'd actually be traveling. Google Maps also has the option of selecting your actual departing times, and it'll give you the average commute times to your destinations for that specific time of day. Mistake number 8, neglecting the importance of a realtor. Some buyers might underestimate the importance of working with a professional who knows the local market and can guide them through the process. Here are a few really good reasons why you should have a realtor working hard for you. When working with a real estate agent, that agent has a fiduciary responsibility to you. Your best interest is that agent's #1 priority. It's not a good idea to enter into negotiations on a home with a builder, the listing agent, or the seller directly without having someone looking out for your best interest. Chances are, if you're relocating from out of town, you don't know the area very well. You have lots of different options for neighborhoods in the greater Seattle area, and they all vary greatly by personality and character. Be sure to choose an agent that has a vast knowledge of these areas you're interested in living and use their expertise to help guide you to the perfect neighborhood for your situation. A quick tip for you on this one. Make sure the one you choose to help you is actually doing a fair amount of business. You want an agent that's active in the market daily and knows how to analyze each situation and give you the guidance you need and deserve. And this transitions perfectly into mistake number 9, forgetting about the neighborhood. You know, it's easy to get caught up in all the perfect things that a home has to offer while forgetting all about the actual neighborhood that the home sits in. The neighborhood you choose can have a huge impact on your overall happiness. Make sure it suits your lifestyle, has the amenities you desire, and is safe and friendly. As I mentioned in mistake number 8, the Seattle area neighborhoods all vary quite a bit, and you want to make sure that the one that you choose is perfect for you and your situation. Mistake number 10 is spending all of your savings. Buying any type of home is expensive. Chances are it's taken you quite a long time to save up for that down payment. It's always a good idea to take some more time, save up extra money beyond the bare minimum of what you think you're going to need. Homeowners can sometimes be surprised by unexpected maintenance costs. When you own your own home, there's no landlord or management company to call to have things fixed. When something breaks, and inevitably it will, the responsibility to fix it falls on your shoulders, the homeowner. Make sure you still have money in savings to handle those unexpected maintenance costs. Mistake number 11, and this is a big one, looking at only one mortgage rate quote. You know, getting a mortgage rate quote from a lender can definitely be time consuming, but this is one part of the process that you don't want to rush. Chances are the lender will want you to fill out a loan application online, provide some income and asset documentation, and once that's complete, they'll provide you with a quote detailing you with the rate and fees for locking in that rate. I would recommend getting multiple quotes from different lenders. You know, rates and fees may be low enough from one of those lenders that could end up saving you thousands upon thousands of dollars over the life of that loan. To reduce the stress of this part of the process, I'd recommend securing all your documents digitally in one place, which will make it easier to upload all that information to the different lenders when they ask for it. All the lenders you speak with will pretty much want the same documentation, so make sure it's easy to access with the click of a button. Another tip on this is make sure you receive all of your rate quotes on the same day. You know, rates change daily, sometimes multiple times throughout the day, so make sure you're comparing apples to apples by receiving all your quotes on the same day. Comparing quotes from different lenders can be confusing. You know, remember, it's not always the lowest rate that's the best quote. You need to pay close attention to how much you're actually paying to get that rate. If you feel overwhelmed and need a little help with this part of the process, let me know. I'd be happy to help clear up any confusion you have. You know, prior to being a realtor, I actually spent 14 years as a residential loan officer, so I know a thing or two about this part. With 23 plus years of home sales and finance experience, I've seen just about everything when it comes to buying a home. If you'd like to make your path to homeownership as smooth as possible, make sure you reach out to us. No matter when you're looking to move, it's never too early to call, text, or email to set up your buyer consultation. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Seattle. And hey, if you'd like to learn even more about what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in Seattle, click on that video that's popping up right now. And until next time, we hope to show you around town. See ya!